I'm back with another video. This is going to be so much fun, a little bit confusing. I'm going to do two with you. This is the start of a flip-flop journal. There's a hashtag for it on Instagram, and it is hashtag 507 girlfriends flip-flop journal. Aw, there's a little hummingbird on my clothesline. He's so cute. It comes from the channel from 507 Willow House Journals. She is a crack up. You guys have to go check her out. And this is, she does a series on these flip-flop journals. I think there's 4 or 5 parts now. I can't remember. But I've watched them all so far, but I watched the first part last night. And it can be a little confusing, but from what I've gathered, I do have her channel up here on my iPad if I have to sort of rewind and refresh my memory. But basically, we started with 4 envelopes. Okay, 3, 4. Okay, 4. Yeah, if I can count, that's 4. And one of them I cut a little bit smaller for the front. And then we have 3. They're not equal distance in size. They're all a little bit different, but they are cut open with the flaps. So just make sure you have a flap. I sort of have them orientated in the way that they need to go because it can be a little confusing, but hopefully I won't make it too confusing for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this first one. This is going to be the front, and I do not have a completed journal to show you. I'm sorry, this is my first time ever making these. So if I had a finished one to show you, I would, but I can't. I don't, so I can't, so I won't. Something like that. Anyway, all right, so envelope number 1 meets envelope number 2. So let's get our glue, and we're just going to come right here on here. We're going to attach, and I'm hoping I don't mess it up because I don't have a whole lot of envelopes laying around. So envelope number 1 meets envelope number 2 on the flap about 3/4 of the way down. Not completely to the bottom, but not necessarily centered either. Okay, and that's got some room to flip over, so that's got a little flippy-do there. So now we have this attached to this. Okay, envelope number 3 is this guy. No, is this guy. He's the bigger one. He is going to come over. He's going to slide underneath the whole thing, and then the flap of number 2 and the flap of number 3 are going to get sewn together. Number 3 is a little bit taller. That's my extra glue. So here we go. Number 2 and number 3 are going to get sewn together here on the flap. And I actually kind of saw her do this a couple of different ways, but this is what we're going to go with because this was the one I just watched. So there is a couple ways to do it, probably lots of ways to do it, but this is how we're going to do it today. Okay, so there's page number 3, and then so you've got 1, 2, and then this guy, I think eventually he's going to flip back around like this, but right now we're going to keep him like this. Okay, and then we're going to come in with page number 4, and we're just going to take and we're going to glue, because there is a point in the first video where she says you have all the envelope tops pointing this way, and then one of them she had it pointing this way. So I don't know, there's probably a million ways you can do this, but I think on the very last one, yeah, we went like this, and her envelope was the same size. Mine is not. So we're going to just come in with our glue stick and attach. And we're going to be making this journal together, you guys, from start to finish. And I've already printed out a kit. I'll show you what I printed out after I get these 3 together. Okay. So I know she went in and put like a little strip of something there to hide that seam, which is probably not a bad idea. Do I have, this is cardstock, so I don't want to do that. Let's see, I have some dyed paper scraps right here. Yeah, let's get one of these. It's a little bit folded because it was folded into like a origami kind of a situation, but that's okay. We can just tear it there and tear it here for how big we need it, and it'll also look good in our journal. Okay, so let's go ahead and just glue that. Just go for the wrong end. Of course, we'll just reinforce that little section right there, and then we'll kind of go back and see what the flippy-do looks like, and we'll do another flip-flop journal, and then on another video we'll start making them. This is gonna be fun, guys, or not, I don't know, we'll see. So that's just kind of hiding that seam right there. Okay, and then I'm not sure, this one will probably flip over that way. This one can flip back here, this flips here, and this flips here. So essentially we'll have, this is our cover, and I think we'll have one signature here, if I'm not mistaken. Second signature here. Could do maybe a third. No, maybe we'll just do three. I'm thinking maybe three. One signature here. Maybe one signature here and just a flip out. I'm not sure. And then possibly a signature here. We'll see how that comes together, because I know she said one of hers had 4 and then one had 3. So let me get a drink of water. All right, so we're going to do this from scratch. And as I said, I believe a first couple of them she did might have been a little bit different, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to go with kind of how we did this one so I can show you again. So let me see if there's anything whiter than another or if they're all the same. So this one will be our little bit whitest. So we'll make that one our third one. We'll make this one our first one. So we're going to cut it down a little. So I'm going to cut it right about here. And I just save that little scrap. And I believe she opened all of these up. She had a little knife. I'm just using I'm not the best at doing this, but so cut that open. So that's number 1. Number 2, we're just going to come in, we're going to cut carefully, cut the side of this open. I'm looking forward, and I'm not the best at this side cutting thing. I'm really looking forward to doing these. I think this is going to be fun. You know, if you guys watched my other video, you saw that I've been a little bit laid up with a foot injury, and so it's been really nice to be back in my craft room. Today's the first time I've been able to get in here since last week, and really needed to get in here for my own mental well-being. Mental well-being? I'm not sure my mental well-being is as good as I think it is, but so I'm just cutting down the side of each one of these and not doing a very good job of it. And they'll all be covered up, so I don't think it matters if they're perfectly straight or not. And this is, I'm sure, just one variation of how you can do these, but this is what I caught on that was working for her. That one's a little bit torn, but you know what? Let's use it anyway, and we'll work around the tear. because that's the whole idea of these, right? Is to use what we have, and we don't have to discard it just because it isn't perfect. Okay, put that away so I don't stab myself. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, and 3. We decided that, which one was the thickest? That one, so that's gonna be number 3. Let's put him in number 2 for color. Okay, so if you recall, number 1 meets, whoopsie, number 2 about there. And we can come in and clip off these little pieces of paper later, but we're gonna go, let me grab a glue pen. I'd really much rather be working on a glue page, save the mess on my desk. So number 1 is gonna meet number 2 on the flap. On the bottom of the envelope. These are really kind of the only 2 we don't really attach the same way, I think. But that's probably totally wrong. Okay, so number 1 and number 2. Now remember, number 3 gets opened up all the way, and he comes underneath. He gets opened up all the way, and flap number 3 comes over flap number 2. There was one she tucked the flap in, but I was a little confused on that one, so I'm just going with this. So number 2 flap and number 3 flap get glued together. Okay. And then remember, we've got one flippy-do can go over there. This one will probably fold back on itself somehow, but we're going to keep it out for now. And then number 3 comes and gets glued. Nope, it does. It gets glued right here. Number 3 gets, and I hope these all turn out the same. Number 4 gets glued right there to number 4. And you know what? I figure if they're all slightly different, that's okay. And I'm sure, as I mentioned, as we go along, we'll find other people will have different ways of doing these, different ideas, and that'll be perfectly fine and probably quite fun. Okay, so we've got there. So when we take a look at it, I think what happens is this one looks a little wider, doesn't it? I must have done something different on this one. No, it's pretty close to the same. Number 1 goes over number 2. I think this, I wonder if I should I put that over that one like that? No, I don't think I should. I think I should keep it like that. We're just going to keep it like that. So there's number 1, number 2, number 3, I guess if you wanted a signature there, and number 4. And then this guy, we'll just give him a little, we'll end up washi taping him. So that is my understanding of how we make the flip-flop journals. Here for now and see what we end up doing with it, but that'll just help hold it a little bit for now. Okay, so these are my 2 envelopes that I have for my flip-flop journals. They're not all that different, so I don't think I really did anything wrong there. So this is probably the one I'm going to use for my journal. I'm going to stick this one in, I have a folder, envelopes and pattern paper. I'm just going to stick this in here for another project. Not pattern paper. pattern as in a sewing pattern paper. Okay, so the journal I decided to use for this one is from Roxy Creations, and on her first video she did a French chateau countryside kit because she wants to go to a French chateau and live in a French chateau. Well, I myself would really like to go to an Italian place, somewhere in Italy. And so I thought I would do an Italian printable journal. So this is on Roxy Creations on Etsy. I can't link an Etsy shop, at least I don't know how to, but I can tell you the name, which is Roxy Creations, and it's the Italian printable journal pages number 5. So I just got done printing these out, and I'm going to use these in my kit. So let me show you, and I've hashtagged this file folder as hashtag 507 girlfriends flip flop journal, and then every time I make one I'll put a new sticky note on here so that I know whose journal I'm working on now. So this is the first one that we'll be doing, so let me bring you in so you can see it a little bit better. These are just printed on regular old printer paper. I can't even tell you the weight, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to show you the pages. I didn't back these yet. I might, but I haven't yet. And if I do, I'll back them with another printable from Roxy Creations Etsy page. And this one, not pretty, just love that. And there is, I have 2 of these. I accidentally printed out 2 of these. Aren't those beautiful? I love the pine trees. And the urn, chalice of wine, is that what it would be called? That's pretty. Love this one with a little lemon tree. Pretty window with the flower. This, I think, is going to be my front cover because, see, that's the little Italian villa that I would want to live in. That would be my Italian villa. So that's probably going to go right on my front page and be my front page cover. Just saying. And then it's got this beautiful sunflower and then this beautiful Via Ferruccio. Don't know what that means. The Via is the Via Ferruccio. And that's another page as well. So yeah, I'll let you know if I decide to back these. Probably not going to do it today. I'm going to go probably get off my feet for about a half an hour, and then I'm going to make my salad for dinner. I've already made my, is that page sticky? I'll save that for another project. Yeah, I've already made my salad dressing. Now I need to go make my salad. And that's about it. So, all right, you guys, on one of my next videos, we'll start putting this together, but this was just the making of the flip-flop journal cover and to show you what kit I picked for this particular journal. So I hope you enjoyed the video, you guys. Take care, stay safe, don't get hurt like I did, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye. All right, friends, we're back. As you can see, I did a thing. All right, so after we made the 2 envelope flip-flop envelope journals, I set the one aside that I've got in my kit that I showed you, and I decided to just go for it and try it with the other one. Now, I had a bunch of ephemera made, and it was from... There are a bunch of, I do have a playlist for it on my channel. It's called 3 in 15. It was a series that Dee Farrago on her YouTube channel did, and it was making Christmas ephemera, or just like 3 pieces of ephemera in 15 minutes, basically. I didn't have a lot of Christmas cardstock and stuff at the time, so I just used what I had. And so what I did for this journal was I decided to use up some of the pre-made ephemera. I just had to make a couple little things, but nothing huge. And I basically collaged the whole thing with scraps from the 3 and 15 projects that we did. So I thought that was a win-win either way around. So if you want to take a look at this, let's do it. All right, so for the closure, I just did a simple, I had some material in this beige color. I just ripped a shred, and that is the closure for it. Again, and I will link it, this is the hashtag 507 Girlfriends Flip Flop Journal. So that'll be linked in my channel, the description box below. I will link her channel as well. And I will also put this on my Instagram, Black Dog Designs Instagram, with the hashtag. So I hope you enjoy this. It was a lot of fun. So again, everything was just collaged. So this is our first section. And then after we collaged it, I covered with lace just to kind of cover the seam binding, because I sewed all the signatures in and everything. Put this little pre-made tag that was from the 3 and 15. So I just glued that on the front for a focal point. When you open it up, there's a little tag here. Again, that was from the pre-made ephemera. And I just made a little pocket with the leftovers from the projects. This is just collaged leftover paper. Some coffee dyed paper that I had, avocado dyed paper. This is one of the pre-made tags. I just made sort of a little makeshift. Decided I needed a little bit of inking on it though. A little bit of a belly band there, so you can slide that in and out, and there's journaling room on the back. I've left lots of space to write, so I don't fill all of my pages up. Some of the things, this little piece of paper came from, I'll show you, I found this at a yard sale the other day, this Robinson Crusoe. It is the neatest old book, and it is from 1889 is the copyright on it. So as you can see, it's falling apart, but I thought that would be fun to use in here just because it's so vintage. So that is in here as well, just one of the pages from the Robinson Crusoe. This little piece of paper, that's another one. That's the Robinson Crusoe as well. So you can see how old and fragile it is. There's the other side of that one. And then this little guy was just part of, again, the 3 and 15 and one of the little Timmy Holtz boys on there. And I just went ahead and clipped this one on for something different. Again, a couple pages to write. And this is a chunky monkey, let me tell you. Another piece of that coffee dyed paper. Again, just collaged with leftovers. This signature, so that was signature number 1. This signature I decided to cover with some music paper that I coffee dyed. And I thought Pop Goes the Weasel was kind of cute. So again, this is just some ephemera from the project with a little, you just open this up and it's a little journaling card. Goes right in here. And when you close this signature, the music paper folds over it, and I reinforced it with a little bit of lace. And then just, again, not a whole lot, and I didn't do any stamping on here. I kept it pretty simple, lots of room. This came from, it's the cutest, I don't know where I found these things, but this is, remember the old TV guides? This is from 1949, And this is August 1949, since it's going to be August here pretty soon. I thought that was cute to just put in the middle of the signature. Something real vintage. And then just see some more music paper. That's some cabbage dyed paper, coffee dyed paper, and the other side of the signature. And then you flip to this one. This is the very beginning of this signature, and I forgot I need, let me see if I can find something small. This is not what's going to go in here. I'm going to have to keep this open so I can remember to come back in here and put a couple of things. But this is, again, a project from the 3 and 15. So you've actually got 3 places to put little tucks or journaling cards or whatever you want to put there. So let me put a piece of something in here just to remind myself that I need to come back and finish that, because it's easy to forget. So I've got to do that. And then again, just some more writing paper. This is some old book page from a, oh God, it was a book. What was called? I found it at the yard sale. I think I got it for free. Let me see. I think I put the middle of it. No, I didn't. Messages. I thought I did somewhere in here. Did I? Yeah. Oh yeah. Messages and Papers of the Presidents, 1879 to 1908. Didn't do a bow on that one. So anyway, that's from that. Again, just an old book I got at yard sale for free. This was a project from the 3 and 15. It's a paper clip, some cardstock. Not sure why I put this little loop-de-doop thing on this side. I had another one that went to a friend in a gift, and it stuck out the other way, so it was actually perfect for a pin loop. This is the other side of the TV guide, and then of course the middle, that's the front page of that book that I tore that out of. Just some more coffee dyed paper that I had. Oh no, that's, yeah, and that's more, yeah, that's more of the, I did 2 things of TV guide in there. I can remember the TV guide was always on the coffee table at home. Coffee dyed paper. And then this is a fun little project we did in the 3 and 15. It actually folds out this way, folds out this way. This is avocado dyed paper that I made. And so it just folds in on itself, and that's more writing space. So I put that on the back. This I didn't put anything on because this is the very back page of that signature. And so I put this little, it's a cute little tag we made in the project. And it sort of is a little bit loose, my little belly band. So I just stuck this little paper clip here to kind of help hold this little tag in place. And then signature number 4, I used, this was some paper from the project. This came out of this little book, The Coronet, and it was from, what year was this from? Let's see if it says, oh, 1949 is when this one was made. So this is from 1949 from that book. This again was one of those like we had in the front with the black tie, just a little journal card that you can slip in and out from the 3 and 15. Again, same thing, another little 3 and 15 project. If you have not checked out Dee Dee Farrago's channel, I'll link her channel below as well. She does some amazing work, you guys. She's really talented. Just more writing space and another side of the, that one paper that I showed you. Yeah, that. And then that is it. Yeah, and then we're back to the front. So that, I don't know if I did it right. I'm not even sure if there's a way you can do it wrong. But anyway, that is the completed project. I wanted to share that with you. I will off camera try to figure out what I'm going to put in this little flip. I think I can probably find something, and then I'll post the pictures on my Instagram. So I just wanted to share that with you, so that kind of gives you an idea of what I came up with for my hashtag 507 Girlfriends flip-flop journal made from 4 envelopes, and we have 4 signatures in here. So, all right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it fun. I hope you come along on the challenge. And don't forget to use the hashtag if you do. And if you put it on Instagram or if you have a YouTube channel, let me know in the comment section below so I can go check out your ideas. And again, that's hashtag 507 Girlfriends Flip Flop Journal. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.